It is the Guitar Festival in Malibu. How are you today, Rick?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Doing fantastic. Been looking forward to this. Checking out all the songs. Look at this set list. That's amazing stuff right there.
Yeah.
Now,
we've got bits of the old Fleetwood Mac from the blues years, and
yes,
some new ones that kind of fit into the same groove stylistically.
Black Magic Woman.
Yeah.
Shake Your Money Maker. There we go. Albatross.
Yeah. If there's time, we're hoping to squeeze that in at the very end.
That's a possible encore. So we got to cheer really loud for that one, right?
Yeah, that's what it's going to take. Yeah.
Okay. Now, growing up, who was the artist, the music, the albums that really sent you into this?
Well, to be perfectly honest, I listened to the Rolling Stones and the Beatles a lot, of course, like everybody else.
Sure.
But when you start to read all the artists songs that were covered by the Stones, started to realize, that there were people like Muddy Waters and all those guys. So I started getting into all the blues guys.
Following them back.
Right. And then when I saw the original Fleetwood Mac, here was a white group like the Paul Butterfield Blues Band who were really doing a very, very authentic and great interpretation of that music, and that I felt gave me a direction. If they could do it, I know I could do that too. So
that's amazing. Now, where'd you grow up at?
Philadelphia area,
okay.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Now I know it was an amazing opportunity out here in LA to, hook up with our guy Mick Fleetwood and join the giant Fleetwood Mac. What was that like? How did that evolution evolve to getting that nod?
Well, I had just been spent a year with Bob Seger, okay, and during that time I also did a couple of sessions with Mick, and he came and sat in with my band, which was playing a local LA gig. Okay. And then when Lindsay left, he pulled Billy in right away because they had been working in the zoo, but Billy didn't play lead, so he remembered, us talking about the old Fleetwood Mac, and he called me up. I learned 12 tunes, and by the end of the day, he offered me the job.
Wow! So you guys came in as the pair.
Yeah.
Billy and yourself.
Yeah, went back to a two guitar band.
I mean, it's amazing to look at the evolution of Fleetwood Mac.
It is, isn't it?
It's almost hard to call it the same band. It seems like at least 12 incarnations.
Yeah, I can think of 4 or 5 for sure.
That's amazing stuff. Now, obviously, you guys are playing the great blues tonight. What a hell of a set list, What is the greatest thing about playing with Mick, and what have you learned from your years of collaborating with him?
Well, we've been back together for 10 years now, after being apart for a number of years after that version of the group kind of disbanded.
Yeah.
But there's no other drummer on earth like Mick. So when you're playing with him and he's playing the kind of music that I know he really loves the most, which is this kind of stuff, it's just a kick in the butt like you don't get anywhere else. So it's a thrill, and we've been doing it strongly for, as I said, 10 years now, and it's not slowing down at all. It's just really a lot of fun.
That's awesome. And what a great setting tonight, out here at Malibu.
Yeah,
and
I used to live here in Malibu.
Guitar.
Yeah.
It's always great when you can combine nature with great music and outdoors and that summertime feel.
Yeah, and Malibu is like very much a place unto itself. It really is.
World out here.
It's great.
Now, what else are you working on? What can we expect?
Well, I do a lot of home recording, so I've got several different records in the can, and we're talking about, Mick and I talking about collaborating on one of those projects, putting him on the drums. So we'll see if that pans out. But that's pretty much what I do. I do my own thing and writing and recording, and occasionally I'll get a call to be on someone else's record. Or these days with technology, I can record guitar. Yes, and so.
Don't even have to be in the same country.
No, I don't.
Now, what advice do you give to the young players? Because, in this computer age, everything's speeding up and people think they can kind of learn a language or learn how to play guitar overnight. But we all know it's the dedication to your craft and the perseverance, and to really truly find your own sound. It's a marathon. How do you kind of school them on the reality of it?
Well, I don't really school people too much, but if a young person were to ask me, I would say, don't overlook learning how to play great rhythm. There's so few great rhythm guitar players out there. Everybody wants to shred and play lead and all this stuff. So I would strongly suggest to learn to play great rhythm and maybe just stop there. And secondly, I would say develop your songwriting and your vocal skills and get with people who you like, who share a common vision. Because it's all part of a big picture, really. You know, no man's an island. It takes a lot of different elements to make this thing happen if you want to have a career in music. It's getting harder and harder to do that, but it's possible. You got to look for a way to sneak under the fence.
Yeah. If it was meant to be and you got a great team and you love what you're doing, everything else is a bonus.
Right.
Well, Rick, it's a real pleasure. Can't wait to see you take the stage. It's going to be a real treat tonight. Can't wait for more new music from you in the future. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks. My pleasure.